SMT Nation, we back. Nation, it looks like we've got some analysts that are chiming in on AT&T's Internet Air, and they're basically coming to the conclusion that they're not even close to approaching their peak in growth. That's exciting. I'm going to tell you guys why here in this video. The article that inspired this particular topic here today for this video, provide a link for it. It's from Deanna Goveritz and titled "Buckle Up, Cable. AT&T just gave fixed wireless access fresh legs." All right, so the way we look at this, guys, is T-Mobile started the whole thing with fixed wireless access. They had the spectrum, they got the Sprint merger. They were able to kind of catapult the fixed wireless access market, and then Verizon kind of with C-band really put it into high gear. Then you had two legitimate players serving cable hot Ls, and now you've got a third one in AT&T, and they're just starting to scale their 5G networks. Dedicated mid-band build out. So it's happening, right? Anyways, let's talk about it. Let's get more into these details in today's video. Link for the article in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. All right, folks. So according to analysts, the AT&T Internet Air subgrowth is not going to peak for at least another year. And all indications are maybe at the end of 2025. All right, so when I look at those numbers, or I look at that projection, AT&T Internet Air is brand new. AT&T Internet Air is not even available to most people. And there's going to come a point where it will be very available. You'll be able to put in your address into a search tool, find out if it's available, and in most instances, it probably will be. Now, a couple things have to happen, obviously. AT&T has to properly scale their 5G plus network build out. They're going to have to get all their, frequencies, bands, and assets on air in order to appropriately support the type of use case. Fixed wireless access 5G home internet customers, we're talking about somewhere between 300, 400, 500 gigabits of usage, gigabytes of usage, probably up to a tera, right? Like, that's very realistic. And they're selling it for $35 a month. If you have AT&T's wireless service with it, or $55 outright. And I'm not sure if that includes the auto pay, but it sure as hell is going to beat their DSL, right, when it comes to like raw throughput and speed. So there will be a market for this. There will be people that want it. They will sign up. They will pay the fees. And it's going to be better than expensive cable, because of price satisfaction. And it's going to be better than old copper and DSL, right, or decommissioned old networking and whatever, but it's just another player. And all indications and forecasting shows that AT&T is going to add subscribers. You're looking at probably at some point mid-year this year, they're going to cross 114 to 115,000 net adds. And then that number will continue to accelerate through the end of 2025, meaning Q3 or Q4, you might see the service approach 200,000 net adds. Now, those numbers of net adds are nothing near what Verizon and T-Mobile have been doing in their peak, or potentially could be the peak in the near future for those two companies. They'll never do what T-Mobile and Verizon are doing. It's just not that type of product for them, right? They are primarily a wireline operator, but it goes to show you that the analysts, the people who are paid to be smart about these things, do feel like, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarters down the line, you're going to be adding 150 to 175,000 net adds quarterly, which puts you maybe in your best year. You're going to add somewhere around, I don't know, what would that be? About 750,000, right? In your best year, 750,000 million subscribers, and most of the time it's going to be around 500,000, right? So if we just we'll call it Q1 of 2024 when we get those numbers, and then we project through the rest of 2024, you're averaging about 125,000, right? So you're coming in around 400 to maybe 500,000 net adds. You do that for a couple years, and you got yourself a few million subscribers, right? And I think that's probably what AT&T wants to see, and they probably don't really want to see much more than that, because they really don't like the usage on the network, and they don't really have the spectrum assets to do it. They're going to have to densify. They're going to have to upgrade. The fiber circuits will be important. And they really want to treat it like a copper catch. They don't mind the fixed wireless access subscriber when it comes to business use cases because of the low demand on the network. But that's kind of how it looks like to me. And I actually agree with the analysts. I think that forecast is pretty spot on. Do you guys think these numbers sound about right? Looks like, through this year, it's going to be the average of 125,000 a quarter. Next year, 2025, the average looks like it's going to peak, somewhere around 170 to 180,000. That's, I don't know, they're going to end up somewhere around a couple of million, maybe 2.5 million, 3 million subscribers, maybe through 2026. I think Verizon at that point, they'll be closer to 5 or 6 million. I think T-Mobile will be really pushing 10 million, by that 2025, 2026 timeframe. What do you guys think? Are these analysts correct? You think they'll be spot on? You think they're wrong? More or less? What's your take? Sound off in the comment section below. Well, the voice of the people, the SMT Nation, let your voice be heard.